Hi, welcome to another live stream, or if you're watching the replay, hi. I am so excited about life since I moved to my Venus line. There have been a lot of things coming to the surface. So Venus squares Chiron in my chart. I talk about this in my astrocartography courses that live in my membership community. If you're in my membership, you have access to all of the courses I've taught on astrocartography. I'll be doing another one live on Wednesday evening as well. So if you want to come join live and get to ask questions about your chart and things like that, but that's also what the membership is for. There's a community forum where you can ask questions about certain things about your chart or your astrocartography or whatever it is and get feedback from me, from other community members, have people share. Someone was just asking earlier this past week about having your ascendant ruler, your chart ruler, in the 7th house, and we were having a discussion about that. But anyways, I'm really focused on astrocartography right now because I just moved to my Venus line a week ago. And if you've taken my astrocartography course already, then you know that we have to look at your full chart and what's going on in your chart to see more about how these planet lines are going to show up for you. Not everyone is going to love their Venus line because it depends on what's going on in your birth chart with Venus. So I have Venus as my chart ruler, and also I have Venus square Chiron very closely. They're only 1 degree apart. So being on my Venus line has definitely activated a lot of my Chiron themes because it puts Chiron in my 1st house also. My Chiron's in Virgo, and at this location, I'm a Virgo rising. And my Venus is on the midheaven. That's why my Venus line is here, because your planet lines come from your relocation chart. Your astrocartography is your relocation chart basically applied to a map instead of like a circle that you're looking at. But anyway, so I'm on my Venus line now, and Venus squares Chiron in my chart. It put Chiron in my 1st house. And there have been so many themes for me coming up around that of like healing the self, healing old versions of me, healing my identity. And we're all kind of experiencing that and have been the last few weeks and months even, because Chiron has been a major focal point in the stars and in the current astrology. And right now the moon is on Chiron, the current transiting Chiron. It's been in Aries since 2019. And since September, October of this year, we've had Jupiter square Chiron. If you've been following me and watching my other stuff, you've heard me talk about this. I talked about it in my 2026 update that's on my YouTube. I've talked about it for a couple weeks there in my weekly updates every Sunday. It's been a big theme. Like, a lot of us are healing a lot of old stuff, past versions of ourselves, childhood stuff, and really what we've kind of adopted as our identity that doesn't actually serve us. And so we've been focused on healing that. And that is especially coming to the surface for me this past week since I moved to where my Venus line is, bringing more of those themes for me to the surface. And I actually recently found this amazing healer and had a session yesterday, and it was just so wonderful. And I'm like, oh, this is what can happen when you know about the energy of where you're living and know how to work with it. Like, it just means I have to be really cautious and intentional with who's around me, and what kind of stories about myself and my life that I'm playing into, and call on healers and helpers when I need to not repeat the patterns of the past and repeat those wounds. That's really all Chiron teaches you, is how to heal from wounds so they don't repeat in your life. Hi, Char. How can this Neptune can affect me? Depends on your chart, like what all is going on in your chart. I'll be doing a YouTube video soon on Saturn and Neptune going into Aries. I talked about it briefly on my weekly update that I did on last Sunday, and I'll be talking about it more tomorrow. I do a weekly update on YouTube every week and give a horoscope for each rising sign. And tomorrow in the weekly update, I'll be talking about Neptune going into Aries because that happens on Monday. But it really does depend on your chart. We can't generalize things. If you want to book a reading, you can do that and we can look at it, but it really does depend on so much more than just what your big three are. So that's how I do astrology. I don't generalize things. But if you do want generalizations from me, weekly horoscope on my YouTube is the place to get it. But just know it's general. It may resonate, but it's not going to get into the nitty-gritty of exactly what's going on and why. Like, I resonate with my horoscope every week because I'm a Libra rising. I do a Libra rising horoscope on Sundays, and I resonate with it. But there's so many other nuanced things that happen throughout my week that can't be generalized in a horoscope like that. So, yeah. If anyone wants a reading tonight here on live, let me know. I probably only gonna do like 5 of them, only a handful, because the energy right now is pretty intense. With the moons on Chiron, we have both of them still squaring Jupiter. I mean, it's less intense than it was, say, like end of December and end of October, but we do still have Chiron squaring Jupiter right now, and the moon is adding to that. And the moon is the ruling planet of Cancer, where Jupiter is right now. So there's a lot going on at the moment. This weekend, well, this evening specifically is kind of intense. But we've also had a pretty intense week with everything moving over Pluto. If you saw my weekly update from Sunday, I talked about that and how everything is moving over Pluto this week, like every inner planet. The sun is already past it, Mercury's already past it, Venus is already past it, but Mars is not. Mars is starting to join Pluto. So there's a lot of intense energy right now around transformation and around healing the things that have really kind of plagued us and that maybe we're still left over from old versions of ourselves or an old chapter of our life that we are stepping away from right now. So that is really, really big energy. Yeah, Neptune's about to go into Aries. I mean, we've already had Neptune in Aries as well. So what was going on for you back in March of last year? Like, how did that shift already show up for you? Where you have Aries in your chart. For me, it was really about healing a lot of relationship stuff. It was really like this veil was lifted from my relationships, and I couldn't how do I say that? I couldn't any longer not see them clearly. Does that make sense? Neptune is really hard to talk about because it's such a watery, veil-y, illusioned planet. But that's one of the ways it showed up for me last year when it moved into Aries for the first time back in March of 2025. It was in my area of relationships. And so, sorry, I was just pulling up the transits. I thought they were wrong because I had my location wrong. But anyways, it really showed up in my relationships. And there were people in my life that I was like writing off in certain ways. And then all of a sudden I could not write them off anymore. Especially once Saturn moved into Aries and they started to get really, really close to each other. I sued my landlord because he was being really negligent. Neptune in the 7th house, people around me being very negligent and avoidant. He was being very negligent and avoidant to like fixing things in the house that were not okay to be messed up for long periods of time. And so we took him to court. I took him to court. I say we, but it was me. I took him to court because I was like, we're not doing this. Like, you've been negligent at this point for too long. You need to fix this shit. So that was really how it showed up for me. Now it's going to be different this time around because we've already learned lessons from Neptune and Saturn being in Aries last year. So hopefully we've like learned those lessons already and their energy is going to show up differently, right? But we've already experienced it. So it's really not, I mean, they're going to be conjunct this time around of February 20th. So that's kind of a big deal, but like, it's really not the biggest deal that everyone has given it. Because we've already had the energy, like it's already happened. I don't know why people weren't giving it like this much energy last year when it was actually happening for the first time. My sun, Cancer moon, Scorpio rising. Oh, that's intense. I love it. I love it. I love it. I also have a lot of Scorpio in my chart. So like it's my North Node, it's my Jupiter. Jupiter rules my moon, which is in the 3rd house. Like I love transformation. I love alchemy. I love going to the depths of things and being like, yes, how can we like look at this fully? How can we heal this? How can we transform this? Like what can I make? How can I turn shit into gold, basically? So I'm not someone who's like gonna be scared of anything. I'm gonna be like, what is actually there for me to understand and learn, and how can I learn and grow and heal and make the most of it? Does Neptune in Aries explain why I had a spiritual awakening then kind of lost it? Maybe. Depends on where Aries is in your chart and what else is going on in fire signs and in cardinal signs in your chart. Are you taking anyone right now? Yeah, I don't think there's any line for readings unless someone signed up and didn't tell me. But I haven't refreshed the page. So if you book a reading, let me know. But yeah, that's how I see, and I'll talk more. I'll probably do like a long in-depth video on my YouTube because that's the place for it, on Neptune and Saturn going back into Aries. I think I did one actually last year on the conjunction. It's on my YouTube in my astrology transits playlist. That's where I put all my videos where I talk about the various astrology transits. Okay, I'm going to book. Yay! Libra rising, Libra Pluto first, and North Node. Wait, that's a lot. I don't understand. Tell me my year will be awesome. Well, tell yourself your year will be awesome, and it will be. It doesn't matter what's going on in your astrology. You can make any year, any time of your life awesome if you choose to. You have free will. Astrology can help us understand what's going on and maybe what times will be better than others in general, but at the end of the day, it's up to you. I've had people in their chart have amazing transits and they still have a shitty time with life because that's their perspective of life. So it really depends on how you're viewing the world around you and what your mindset is. I want to do mine too. Yay! How do I get to the reading to pay? It's in my bio link. Bio link. It should be the first, where it says like Stan Store. It should be the first thing once you click on that. If it gives you issues, take it out of TikTok. Like go to the 3 dots and hit open in browser. TikTok has been weird sometimes with doing it on the app. And then you can just come right back. And then let me know once you booked so I can refresh the page and see your information to be able to pull up your chart. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I don't know if y'all saw my video on, when did I post that? It must have been a few weeks ago. Time has been crazy lately. I don't know what time is anymore, but I posted a video. It must have been a few weeks ago. I think it was at the start of the year on how like there is no luckiest sign of the year. That is like bullshit people post to get views. Unfortunately, it's not true. Because you have a whole chart. So we can't just sum up things to one transit or one sign. We have to look at the full picture. And a lot of it, like I was just saying, depends on your mindset. If you have a positive mindset of life, things are going to work out for you and you're going to make the most of things. If that's how you go through life, viewing it like you're the main character of your movie. Have you ever watched a movie where everything went to shit and it didn't work out by the end? No. Your life is no different. Booked under Sherry. Okay, let me refresh. Let me refresh the page. Okay, I see it. I see it. Career, personal. Okay, Sherry, pulling up your chart. You're the first one I saw on here, so we're gonna do you first. I have so many friends born 1988. I love y'all. I don't know what it is about y'all's. Maybe it's all the Sag Capricorn energy. Oh gosh, hold on. Okay, I'm just pulling up your chart. Canada. 655. Okay. Sag rising? Are you a Sag rising, Cherry? You asked about career and personal. Okay, what's going on with career? Because you are in your nodal return, which is a time of really aligning with your purpose, your destiny. It's a big time of like activation towards what you're meant to be doing and what direction you're meant to be headed. And if there has been avoidance around that or not wanting to like step into the unknown and step into something you know you want to be doing or you know that you should be doing, then nodal return really shakes you up and kind of forces you in that direction. You have a very similar chart, Sherry, to my good friend who was born April 88. Y'all are born really close together, so you have a lot in common. Oh, 640. Yeah, that changes shit. Okay, Scorpio. 640. Okay, there we go. No worries. Still in your nodal return. So it's a big time of stepping into what you're meant to be doing. And for you, that's something creative or something that's a true passion for yourself, maybe something spiritual as well, since you're a Scorpio rising. And one of your chart rulers is Mars, and it's on your north node. Like you're really here to be some sort of creative or spiritual healer, something along those lines. And right now, you're really being led in that direction of stepping into it and releasing whatever kind of path you were headed that isn't really aligned for you. I started cleaning business with my cousin and we're clashing. Yeah, that makes sense. That's at South Node in Virgo. What like creative or spiritual passion do you have that you want to step into? Because that's kind of where you're meant to be going. Very spiritual. Oh my god. Are you like a psychic? But there's wounds there. It's like the witch wound, if you've heard of that. But just starting to do it and stepping in that direction will heal that. I've dabbled in Reiki, card reading. Yes, womb work. Yes. I do have crazy dreams. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because all of your stuff in Gemini is in the area of sexuality. So it makes sense that womb work would be something you want to step into for sure. And then that Cancer moon, it's like you are naturally a healer. Just everything you have in water. Like you can really hold space for people to heal and grow and transform. And it's like who you are. That energy is who you are. And it's a part of like your foundational need to share it and step into it. I feel like you're going to be really well known for this. Like you have so much at the degree of fame in your chart at 29 degrees. It's degree of fame. Like you could be really, really, really well known for this. There's something too about it that's like innovative or maybe blends different modalities or things. It says sold out. No way. Sometimes it does that and it's just like it's an error. So try refreshing because it's not sold out on my end. But maybe also if it keeps saying that, maybe it's just not your night for a reading. Okay, so let me know how that's resonating, Sherry. If there's anything else you want me to look at. I really feel like now you're in a learning period around it, and come the spring and summer, there's going to be a lot of like momentum towards stepping into it, and it could really like, you could really, once you step into it, it could blow up and really take off for you, because you're going to have Jupiter, the planet of expansion, abundance, in your area of career come this summer. I think that happens in, I can actually look at my book here. I should have the transits of the year memorized, but I don't, y'all. There's just so much going on this year. Jupiter moves into Leo. Yeah, it's June. Actually, right after your birthday. Or wait, July. Yeah, June. The last day of June. June 30th. Do I leave my cleaning biz? It has potential, but my cousin is driving me crazy. Can you fire her, or can you like delegate to somebody else or something? I mean, there's nothing in your chart around that. That seems like a very personal decision. I definitely think you're meant to step into this other thing. And if you can sell the business or like cut ties with it, that sounds messy. I would try to sell it. You can sell it. There's like buy, what is that website? It's like buy businesses or something. We're partners, definitely leaning towards cutting ties. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do. Like, my personal advice is you could sell your equity. You could say, hey, I'm like kind of stepping away from this, but you still own like 30% of it, and then you like get whatever she does. I mean, it really feels like intuitively you should like sell it or delegate, because she's not going to change. She doesn't even feel like she's fully in it. I don't even know what her deal is. That's annoying as hell. I think you have to have like a serious conversation with her. That's a part of like your Neptune Saturn lesson. Did this start back in like March to May of 2025, where it was like starting to be unignorable? You have to like hold her accountable and see what happens. But I don't think it's gonna change. It might scare her, but yeah, you're welcome. You need to like speak your piece about it. Okay, let me see who's next. Yeah, readings are definitely not sold out. I don't know what's going on with that, but I had a business with my brother and it turned bad, so I left. And then did this with her. Left in March 2025. Oh, wow. So it's like the same pattern repeating. I think you definitely need to like get what you're owed. Either buy her out and then sell it, or buy her out and then delegate it, so it's just like you're not super hands-on, but it's still income for you. If I were you, I would get her out of it. Because it's like she's not even doing anything anyways. She's a mess. Yes, with family who struggle with alcoholism. Yeah. Yeah. You might have to like, yeah, buy her out, or be like, I'll like you keep 20% equity or something, so she gets a paycheck from it. But it's like, I don't know. Trust your intuition. Don't let anyone like gaslight you, or because it feels like it's yours for the most part. Okay, we have Anna. How do I say that? Anna Michelle? Is that how you say that? Is next. Or is it Michael? How do you pronounce it? Or is it Jill? Okay, cool. Yeah, let me pull up your charts. Michelle. Okay, cool. Okay, let me pull up your chart. What's going on with the boyfriend? It feels like we're all dealing with some negligent ass people. Girl, saw your video on Neptune and Aries and how you sued your landlord. There will be a lot of court cases. Yes, there will be. Don't recommend, though. That was the most stressful thing I've ever experienced in my life. Okay, it went through. Yay! Okay, we have Jill, Michelle right now. Still pulling up your chart. You're a Leo rising? We are hitting 7 years. Nothing major. Just checking in. Oh, okay. Do you want to get married? That's a long ass time. Yeah, and all the Libra, for sure. Yeah. I mean, your chart, there's just transformation going on in your chart for relationships, so there might be some sort of big change happening within it or how you guys relate to each other. You don't want to get married, okay. I was gonna say, that's a long ass time. Yeah, there's nothing, like, all I can see in your chart for the relationship is what's going on in your life about relationships. So like the focus of everyone else in your life, really, like who you relate to, who you have around you, who you talk to, is going through a major change. Like you're in your Pluto trine, so this is actually really good for you because it's changing who is around you so that you have more aligned people who actually feel like balanced and harmonious connections. Also with your day-to-day, there might be something you're changing in like your day-to-day structure or routines or where you go to run errands or things like that. But there's just a lot of kind of change in those areas, but it's also so you're around different people who are better for you. You're giving me Sag energy. That's my moon sign. He would if I would. Okay. Yeah. That's kind of it for you for relationships. I mean, your major focus right now is kind of like uncovering subconscious stuff. You just went through your Chiron return like in 2022, 2023, and so there's a lot of integration happening from that. That's like a big moment of healing. Major healing of wounds, whatever has kind of been like causing mayhem in your life or repeating cycles or repeating patterns, like that's a big time to heal all of that. And so you're still kind of integrating and processing that. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of change in like your circle, your friend group, like your connections. These next, really this next like 7 years. Damn, I'm good. Why aren't you on your own live? If you're so good. Anything I need to focus on? Spiritual gifts and money. Again, it's like a lot of underneath the surface stuff is a focus for you right now. So there's a lot of like maybe looking deeper at childhood wounds or like what's going on in your mental health that's reoccurring, like physical ailments or things like that. Like, does that make sense, Jill? If you like tell me more specifics, I can get more specific with you. But that's kind of what the overall focus is for you right now, is major like healing of belief systems and also related to like just connections in general. Like if your relationship is really good, then it's changing who else you have around you. And having maybe a better support system. Like if your friends before felt like they were just kind of like whimsical or whatever, it's getting more people around you that actually like are gonna show up, are there when you need. or relating to the people around you differently. So I've been hearing from tarot and birth charts that I need to focus on sharing me more. Yeah, that could make sense. Yeah, like not hiding. Maybe there's also something going on with career. What's going on with career? Or like, I don't know. There's the big focus right now is on like who you have around you. And this could be social media too, like doing a whole cleanse of like who you consume, what content you consume. And like consuming more content that's inspirational, that's like helpful for you. Yes, healing generational trauma is a very big focus for you right now, for sure. And there might come a time where you like want to start sharing that on social media. Like that's what I'm getting to, is what you're learning right now about major healing of like the family line and stuff like that, and also through relationships. Like if, like as an example, if your parents had a really terrible tumultuous relationship and you've really done and created the opposite for yourself, it's like that is healing, right? And it's healing your line, your generational line, and trauma. And so I think eventually you're gonna want to start to share that in some way, whether it's on social media or like, I don't know, writing a book or like having a Substack or something. There's some aspect of like sharing it with people. And it might feel like it's just like something you need to do as an outlet to like vent about it or to process it, but then it becomes something much bigger. I've heard that about social media at least 5 times. Yeah. I'm not surprised. Yeah, also a big focus for you right now is like listening to your intuition. It's like cultivating that inner knowing. I mean, you might need to spend more time alone than you normally would to get more like answers, guidance, intuitive like nudges and hits and things like that, and information. I keep not wanting to believe it, but it keeps coming back. Yep. Yeah, I feel like you're meant to have your own business, and I think it's gonna be something that happens like organically, like I said, like you just start to share something, or you just post a video about something one day or something, and it seems like harmless or not like it was anything at all, and then it leads to a whole career or something, it like goes viral or something. I can't tell you how many times that's happened to me. Like I did not get on TikTok to be like, I'm gonna build my whole business here, and that's what happened because I was just following my joy. And every single video that like went super viral, I didn't think anyone was gonna want to watch it. And that's just like how it goes. So that's the major focus for you right now. And then it's gonna change your connections. I think you're gonna meet a lot of people through social media that are gonna help in some way. Yeah. It's letting the Leo out. You gotta be seen. Well, I keep trying to say not me, but I guess I'll accept it. I mean, it is up to you. I mean, you do have free will. You don't have to, but that's definitely a potential. It's definitely a potential. You can book a reading through the link in my bio. And honestly, like the people that like don't want it need to be in it, because it keeps you humble and relatable. But I think it's gonna happen. I really do think it's gonna happen. I don't think there's anything you can do to like not. I think it's just gonna happen. And then you'll be like, oh, this is what everyone was telling me. Thank you. You're totally right about a good push. Yes, you're so welcome. I really think there's just going to be something you do that's like, you don't think anything of it. And then I don't even think you can like free will yourself out of it. Okay, Martina is next. Yes, there are still some readings available if anybody wants one. Martina, happy belated birthday. Wonderland Boudoir. 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 Je parle français, so. Okay, I'm just pulling up your chart. Oops, not AM, PM. Oh my god. PM. You were unemployed. Okay, what's going on with that? Do you have a business? Because I was unemployed when I started this business, and it's the best thing that ever happened to me. That was like lockdowns 2020. If you haven't heard me talk about this, if you're new to my page, that is how I started this business. I was really passionate about tarot and unemployed. My first business had like tanked, totally was failing. My heart wasn't in it anymore anyways. And the job that I had that was going to be salary, I lost because of the lockdowns. And then I thankfully somehow miraculously got unemployment. And was able to just do whatever. And that ended up being tarot. So I started sharing tarot with people, and that one thing led to another. People knew I loved astrology too, so they started asking me for that. And then it just snowballed. It literally just snowballed. I have a job now, and I started a business low key while unemployed. Yay! Love it. Okay, let me actually look at your chart though. Okay, Gemini rising. Oh my god, that makes so much sense. Gemini risings have had big career movement stuff for the last year. Yeah, exactly a year actually. But still going through it. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh yeah, you're really being asked right now to change your mindset, how you view things, how you talk about things. And kind of do some like soul work as it relates to that. Because it doesn't help you to talk about things in a negative way. Like it's all happening for you. It's all happening for a reason, right? Like I just shared when I lost my job due to the lockdowns and COVID, like it would not have helped me to be like, woe is me, what am I going to do? Blah, blah, blah. I just like pivoted, right? And found a way. There's always a way. Yes, that makes sense because I lost my job February last year. Okay. Yeah, and a lot of us are going to keep losing jobs if it's not what you're meant to be doing. And I don't think you actually liked what you were doing. So it's like the rug was lifted out from under you so that you could step into what you actually want to be doing. Which is some sort of like transformative healing work for people. Like you're not supposed to be doing you're not supposed to have a normal job. You're here to like make your own path and income and be your own resource. I mean, do you want a normal job? I don't think you do. It might be comfortable, But there's also a lot of discomfort in that comfort. Yeah, no. I didn't think so. I didn't think so. You're here to be really well known for like your creative passion, like whatever you're truly passionate about. I mean, your moon in Leo is at the degree of fame. Your Pluto's at the degree of fame. Those are some really potent things to have in your birth chart. Like, you're here to share your gifts with the world and like be known for it and like be seen for it. I did The Artist Way while unemployed and it helped me so much. Is that book by that one guy? I feel like someone told me about that once and I tried to read it and it was boring. But maybe that's another book I'm thinking of. But yeah, it feels like that's like your cycle of transformation is happening within your mindset and your perspective of life is changing. It's by a woman. Okay, maybe I'm thinking of a different book then. Yeah, and you just went through some major spiritual like activation or awakening. I knew my ring light was gonna die on this live, and I looked at the battery and it had like 2 bars or whatever of charge, and I knew it was gonna die. I'm always right. Intuition is always right. Okay, we're charging it. So I feel like the message for you is trust your intuition. Because you just had a big like activation, or maybe something happened in your life the last 3 or 4 weeks or on your birthday or something where you were proven right about something you knew was going to happen. And that's a part of your gift too. And I think you're meant to use that somehow. Like, you're definitely meant to do something spiritual, something that's different. You might be like blending different modalities or something. Like, I just saw this guy when I got on here at first, I was talking about how I live on my Venus line now. Venus squares my Chiron. So Chiron has been a big theme. I've been healing a lot of stuff, living at this new place. And I found this new practitioner that's really helping me. And he's like, you know, he's a chiropractor, but he also does like talk therapy with you. And he also does like energy work. And it's like, that's the future where people are blending all these different things. Where before we were Pluto and Capricorn, it's in a box. No, you can only be a chiropractor. If you're a chiropractor, you can't do talk therapy in your chiropractor sessions, or you can't do energy work in your chiropractic sessions. No, we're in Pluto and Aquarius now. Like, there's whatever you blend, there's a need for it. LOL, I had to ask my ex for money. That's fine. He probably owed you money energetically. That's fine. What does blending different modalities mean? Like what I just described, like doing different things. Like if you say you're a chiropractor, then also doing different things. Like I have a friend who I do astrology and human design, and I'm also like bring in shamanism. I bring in energetic spiritual principles into what I do. It's not just astrology and human design. I have a friend who does the Akashic Records. She also teaches Reiki. She also is a medium and like teaches mediumship stuff. And she brings all of that into like what she does. It's not just like one thing, right? It's not just like Reiki, or it's not just the Akashic Records. Like that's what I mean. That's what we're stepping into, where it's like you do what you do in a way that sets you apart. That's Pluto and Aquarius. And it's like, that's what you're meant to be doing. It's like all these different things. Oh, I do finance, but I'm into spirituality. Yes, that's what I mean. It's like bringing everything that is you into one kind of thing. So yeah, you're definitely meant to be doing your own thing. I mean, that makes sense. You have your North Node, which is like your purpose and your area of money. So you are meant to build your own source of financial security and probably, yeah, help others heal that as well and teach on that. Makes a lot of sense. And there might be other things you bring in eventually too. Like I was sharing, I started with tarot. Then I did astrology. Then I also, for a little bit of time, was working with crystals and my readings with people. And then I started doing human design. And now it's just like a blend of astrology and human design and energetic and spiritual stuff. It'll evolve as you do, and it'll morph, but yeah, it's definitely what you're meant to be doing. You're definitely meant to have your own thing. The more you step into it, the more you'll be supported in it. Like for me, I couldn't have a backup plan. I couldn't have like a job that I could go back to. I had to fully step into this. And that's how I got to where I am. I believe I didn't have another choice. I'm an astrology and energy worker and medical esthetician and do biohacking. I love it. So Pluto and Aquarius. You made me feel good. Yay! Got a little energetic activation in there. Yes. Step into your thing. I think also too, like obviously every time you experience something, there's a lesson in it. And it's like, what is that saying? Like your mess is your message. I think you'll have a lot to teach people from this past experience you had in 2025. Martina. We have a lot of 29-degree placement people tonight. Love it. Yeah, Martina, your moon in Leo is 29 degrees, which is the degree of fame. You'd be really well known for sharing your gifts. Receive it, yes. Okay, who's next? Selena! My North Node is in Leo. Ooh, love it. Yes, I'm so excited for you, Martina. Come back and let me know. I mean, there's potential for expansion in your money when you heal from an outdated identity that's not serving you anymore. That's your focus for the next 6 months or so, stepping fully into the new. Hi, Selena. Okay, let me pull up your chart. Oh my God, I've been digging into my human design and about to watch your 2-part YouTube vids. Exciting. I received that and I will do that. Yes! Love it. Okay, Selena, pulling up your chart. We got a lot of Capricorns on tonight. Capricorns. I'm good. I was a little tired earlier today, but I'm feeling really good now. How are you? Okay, Cancer rising. Cap gang. I love Capricorn energy. It's giving boss. Boss. Been okay. Today has been draining. Yeah. That's an understatement. I did nothing today. I did absolutely nothing. I worked on my book. I've been writing a book. Worked on that for a little bit. Got a couple groceries and then just laid on my couch. Oh, Leanne's a Capricorn sun. Crystal is a Cap rising Cancer sun. Oh my God, we do have so much Capricorn energy. I love it. Okay, Selena, what did you want me to look at? General? What's going on? What you want me to look at? Oh, you're about to have your Chiron return. I don't like general. Can you give me a direction? Something, anything. Something, anything. Cancer risings have been really hard to read for the last couple months, actually. What's been going on in y'all's career? Or yeah. I love that you just said that. How about career? Yeah, there's something that's been going on in y'all's career that's challenging a version of you want to step into, right? And there's something related to family or generational family stuff. if your family was like, well, you're gonna go to school and rack up all these tuition bills, you have to become a lawyer so we can pay for this, or kind of like stuff like that. And that's like not who you were, but it was kind of like forced upon you, and you're realizing you want to change that. There's something about that. I feel like I'm in such transition right now. Yeah, so it's like, who do you want to be in your career? What do you actually want to do that's for you? Like, what did you, maybe connecting back to what you loved to do when you were a kid? Like, what was just such an innate passion that you had, or like obsession, or something you were naturally good at that maybe even people told you, like, you could never make money from that. You can never be successful at that. Little did they know the internet was going to be, invented and be a huge thing. And anyone can be successful at anything on the internet. I've been thinking about going back to school, but don't want more loans. Yeah. No, it's something you already know. What would you go back to school for? It's so hard to know what tangible gifts are. You already know what they are. You might just not think, wait, how do I say that? You might think you can't make money from them. What happened to your name is Crookshanks? That's my last name. You're in health insurance? What do you want to go back to school for, though? Like, what would you want to do? Want to go to radiology? Is that really a passion? Or it's just something that makes money? Because I had this same experience. I was kind of pressured by my family to go into pharmacy. And so I went to school pre-med, and I took all these classes that were going to lead me there. And then I realized, like, oh, I actually hate this. And like, I don't want to take organic chemistry. Everybody fails that shit. Like, I don't want to do that. So then I switched to psychology, because that's what I was actually interested in, was like understanding people. Then I dropped out because I didn't know what I was going to do with that degree. I didn't want to be a therapist. But little did I know, once I found astrology, that would, like, years later lead to be my thing. And that is like essentially the same thing as psychology. How do you sign up for a reading? Link is in bio. That is only so I can have more flexibility to do what I really want to do. Yeah. Which is like being in the legal field. Oh, okay. Helping at-risk youth. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You're really here to like be of service in ways that maybe really, really are deep to your heart and resonate with you on a personal level, of like, I went through this, or I experienced this, or like, I don't want others to have to like go through this kind of thing. I mean, I think with the school thing, you have to kind of decide if it's worth it, right? Yeah, I had a very traumatic childhood for sure. But there are literally so many other ways to help with that other than the traditional route. And this is the time period that we're in right now. Like, you could create social media content targeting parents or targeting kids. I mean, kids are on freaking social media now, right? There are so many other ways, or hosting like community events or things like that, right? There's so many other. So I think right now it's kind of like, you have to think outside of the box a little bit if you really don't want to go back to school, thinking of the other ways that you can go about doing it. Yeah. But there's some kind of, it's a mindset shift that you kind of have to step into, of like opening up your perspective and opening up what you know of to be true. Because that's like very much like, that was a Pluto and Capricorn era. And that was like the way things were for the last 100 years or so. It was like, you go to school to do this, and then you can do it. And then you can, well, but it's like, that's not how it is anymore. It's like, Now it's just about showing up authentically and creates a ripple effect, right? And sharing your story or sharing like things you already know of. Like I was saying earlier, it's something you already know. Like you might have already done the work to learn about mindset or psychology or whatever it is. And just starting to share that, like you are really meant to share your ideas and information. It's part of your destiny. It's part of your purpose, and like really be known for that. Like you're very expressive and you very much have a way with expressing information and ideas that get across to people. You're a great storyteller as well. And so I think you can just already do some of that, like on social media. What kind of careers do my chart point to? I mean, we don't see specifics in the chart, right? Or I don't. I see general energies. So everything I just shared is like what your chart says. You're meant to share information. You're meant to be of service. You're meant to do something that's really close to your heart, probably something you experienced from your childhood or generational trauma, and like really share methods and ways in which you have overcome that. Yeah. And you can do that on social media. I mean, you could, or host local events, or I don't know, write. I don't know, what are some other ways you could do that? Makes sense, yeah. Or start like going to like volunteering at places, or start like putting yourself out there in your community to network and see what kind of opportunities come through that. That could be a way that you step into it too. It's like, I don't think you're meant to do the traditional kind of route for it. I mean, if your intuition is really nudging you in that direction, then go for it. And like, loans are loans, whatever, you'll pay them off. But it's like, I think there's something for you about bringing it into your everyday or putting yourself around those types of people already. Does that make sense? Is this related to my Chiron return? Kind of. I mean, your Chiron return is going to be a big time of really like healing wounds that are still there with money related to your long-term goals and visions. But I think, again, like putting yourself in your community more is going to help bring in support around that. You might even meet somebody who like wants to invest in you or something like that. Darn it, I tried to get a reading and the Apple Pay was taking forever. Now you're sold out? Oh my gosh, really? Yes, that makes sense. Okay, yay! Yeah, that's really what it's about for you right now, Selena. I'm not political, so I don't... What do you mean, do I support ICE? Like, do I give them money? Yeah, you're so welcome. Okay, who is next? Who is next? I don't think the readings are sold out. You might just have to refresh or something. No, they're not sold out. It was doing that to somebody else. And I think they refreshed and it fixed it. I mean, I appreciate your question, like wanting to know, but that's not what this live is about. And I have people who have signed up for readings with me, so that's what I'm focused on right now, is doing readings for people who have paid for them. Okay, we have Leanne. Let me pull up your chart, Leanne. Okay, bye. Okay, love and career. Feel such a big shift in self-identity. Ooh, let's look at it. Okay, I'm pulling up your chart. Well, girl, go live on your own page and talk about it. There's no need to be in my comments. Like, you're making it awkward for everybody. That's not what this is about. Will CJ propose to me? That's not the type of reading I do. If you want a reading based on your chart, you can book. But I'm going to tell you right now, that's not the type of reading I do. So I'm not going to answer that in a reading. You're not going to be surprised. Okay, let me pull up your chart because these comments are distracting me. Hold on. Are you a Virgo rising? Yay. Okay. Love and career. Oh, you're in your nodal return. What's going on with love? Are you in a relationship or not? Because there's definitely a lot of focus on those areas of your life, like dating, romance, relationships. Your nodal return is a big time of stepping into a new version of yourself, releasing the old version of you. So you can attract different types of people around you, whether that is a stable partnership, relationship, if you don't already have that. Married going on 14 years. Oh, wow. Trying to work on it. Okay. Yeah, it just feels like you've changed so much. My God. Yeah, you got married when you were what? Like 20, 23? It just feels like both of you have changed so much and gone in completely different directions. Never received reciprocity. I do feel like I outgrew it. Yeah. 23. Yeah. Wow, I'm impressed by my math on that. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's gonna work. It feels like you again have like gotten so clear though from it on what you actually want, deserve, and know now that you can have. It's like you both really learned a lot from each other in it, but it's like, yeah, that's kind of where it's at and what it feels like. And then it's really changed your whole like view on life, and that's really the focus for you right now, is kind of like also opening up this whole new world of like, damn, being single again, and like kind of really embracing it. Whereas before it was like, I don't know, are we gonna do that? Are we gonna work it out? Are we gonna? But now it's like there's very much more certainty to it, of like, no, like I know I deserve better. I know I deserve this now, and I actually want this now. And it's like opening, it's like that Little Mermaid song, like it's a whole new world. And I think you might have a lot to help other people with in some way around this. Whether that's like bringing it into your work or starting to step into some sort of career related to that, like empowerment, kind of like relationship lessons and things like that. My only holdup is the economy. Again, I like stability and financial security. Yeah, for sure. For sure. But also you can create it for yourself. Like you might need help for a little bit, but you're also really meant to create it for yourself based on like your passions and maybe like starting your own thing. There's so much around, like, I feel like everyone that's gotten a reading tonight is like really embracing a different path for career. Because the future, where we're headed, is like influencers are like not like the way we think of what it means to have a career on social media is changing. A lot of us have viewed that as like influencers or whatever. And I have a friend that calls me an influencer, but I'm like, that's not what I am. Like I have built a career around teaching astrology and human design, and like that's my job. But I'm not an influencer, right? And so that's kind of like what we're all stepping into. Those of us that are called to it is like creating this thing, this community based on what we want to help people with or what we want to talk about. And stepping into that. And it's not being an influencer. It's just, I don't even know what to call it, but it's like creating success for yourself based on just what you love to share and talk about. Yeah, I don't feel like I even know my own passions. Yeah. 1-3. I'm a 1-3 too. Sharing is a passion, but I don't like to be seen. Well, there's multiple ways you can go about it. There's tons of successful TikToks that I follow that never show their face. You know, like there's ways to do it. You could be a blogger, book writer. But it's something, I mean, I feel like this is something you've done since you were a kid. And you have a lot of experience with it. I mean, being a 1-3 profile, like we typically aren't dibble dabbers. We aren't like, oh, I'm going to try this for a week and then try something else the next week and then try something. We fully go into the things that we want to learn about. So, and then we learn through actual experience. So like I was saying, it could be also like relationship stuff of these are warning signs to look out for, or these are signs that you're like the person you're with isn't going to change, or this is like, it's also a lot of self-worth relationship stuff that I think you're meant to help people with. Yeah, you're everyone's therapist. I'm not surprised. Yeah, you do have so much wisdom. True, yep, I have felt a lot of women empowerment lately. Yes, so start talking about it. I think too, like, I mean, you can put like I have seen also this woman that she does like psychic readings on TikTok, and she has like this filter on that's like cartoons her face or whatever. Like you can do all types of different things. Don't let that stop you or hold you back, because it doesn't even like really matter in the grand scheme. What matters is that you have an outlet for everything that you're experiencing, and that's gonna build like a career. I feel like you're gonna build a career from this. Like it's gonna start as an outlet for you of like, oh, this is like the last straw. This is when I knew it was over, or this is whatever. Or I feel like you're just through that, you're gonna find your people, and it's gonna build this whole like career for you. Whether it's like you get paid through your videos, or it doesn't really matter how the money's gonna come. It is gonna come, and it's gonna be a natural kind of progression. Like I didn't know I could do astrology readings until people started asking me for them, and I was like, what? It might be something like that, where people start asking you for a one-on-one because you're just sharing your wisdom on the internet, and people are like, wait, do you do one-on-ones, or can I do you like maybe kind of like life coach energy? But yeah, you're definitely meant to have your own thing. I mean, all that earth energy, I have it too. I feel you. Mercury and Aquarius being your chart ruler, like you're here to be known for your wisdom, your ideas, and your personal experiences. True, a coaching type, yeah. Yeah, and then I feel like you'll like build a community, have like maybe like a membership, support group kind of thing. I mean, there's a lot of different ways you could take it. Like I'm such a like business-minded brain. There's so many things you could like run with this, but that's what I'm getting for now is like you just need to start kind of sharing it as like an outlet. And that will change like your financial status and become your career. My coworker is going through a divorce, but we're not close. I want to say, step into your power. Yes. Everything you want to tell them, put it on social media. That is literally how I have built this business. It's a very 1-3 profile. Like I met somebody new the other day and like got their chart and was like, oh my God, this and this and this. And I'm not going to tell them that because they weren't open to it, but I like made a TikTok about it. You know what I mean? So it's an outlet. Yes, I also need to tell myself. Yeah. Yeah, and then you can rewatch your videos of like, oh yeah. Yeah, I need this reminder today for myself. I do that a lot too. I'll like literally make videos on what I'm going through and what I need advice around. Something that really hits or really resonates or really helps me. It's not really like what I like. Creating content is really not complicated. You just share what is on your heart or what you even need or what you're learning. A lot of the times as a 1-3 profile, like I'll share what I'm learning. Like I've been talking a lot about astrocartography because I'm learning a lot about my astrocartography right now, living on a different line than I've ever been on before. So that's really all it is. Just do it. The video, it's awkward at first, but then it gets easier. Yeah. Yeah, it does get easier. I mean, like anything, nobody, when you learn to walk, nobody was like, oh, you're falling down. You'll never learn to walk. That's it. You fell down. It was awkward. That last 2 steps, those were so awkward. What the hell? Nobody told you that. So it's the same thing with everything. I'm excited for you, Leanne. It's definitely like your purpose to learn through relationships and help other people with that. For sure. I struggle with putting thoughts into action and you just do it. Yeah. Yeah, let it, it'll be messy at first and it'll be imperfect. Y'all can go and find, I mean, it's going to be hard to do because I have a lot of freaking videos on this platform, but my original videos that I made when I first got on TikTok are terrible. They're so bad. And I had at that point been creating content for like years and they were still so bad. Like that's just how it is at the beginning. I'll even watch videos back from like a couple months ago and I'll be like, ugh. But that's just how it is. You improve. The more you do it, the better you get, like anything. You're so welcome, Leanne. Yep, that's how it goes. I teach this in my business course too. It's called Get Paid for Your Gifts, and it teaches you how to build and grow a successful online business. Literally everything I teach in there is mindset, how to just take the action, do it messy, what to do about haters, because that's just a natural part of it. But they also hate themselves, so that sucks. Have compassion for them. But yeah, it's a process, but it's so rewarding. Like honestly, I got to a point where I couldn't work for anybody else anymore. Like it just, I was so frustrated. I was such a different person. Like I don't even recognize myself looking back because I was just so miserable, like working for other people. And you choose your hard, right? I could have chosen to stay in that job and have the benefits and the salary and the whatever, but it would have been so hard for me to go to work every day at a certain time and like be responsible to other people and like do what they wanted me to do. And you know what I mean? So it's like, I'd rather have the hard of being uncomfortable sometimes when when that person was asking about ice. I don't want to talk about that shit on my live. That's not what we're doing here. That's annoying to me, but that's like a part of this job. But I choose that over working for somebody else any day. Yes, I'm so fragile. You're not fragile. You learn through experience and you need to mess up in order to learn. Resilience is built through action and experience. Us 1-3 profiles, we are hella resilient. We can literally do anything because we've been through it all. I think haters means you're triggering something, and that is good if you're being true to yourself. Yeah, for sure. 1000%. Girl, you're speaking my language. It's my middle name, yeah. Yeah, we've been through some shit. 1-3 profiles. It's not for the faint of heart. Okay. Is it Crystal? Yeah. I'm gonna pull up your chart. Oops, nope. I really wish my ring light hadn't died because this charger is in the way. Da, 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 da. Washington. Oh, you're a 1-4. See all that 4th house cap opposing Chiron and Cancer. Okay, Capricorn rising. Yes, I remember you saying that. Yay! Okay, let's look at your chart for career. No, you're not supposed to go back to, I mean, there might be a lesson in it for you and you might get tired of it and realize like, oh yeah, actually, no, this is not for me. Because Pluto is moving into your 2nd house. I mean, you know astrology, right? So you've seen this. You know that Pluto's in your 2nd house. You can't go back to the traditional structure of work. No. And your moon is in Aquarius at the 29th degree. No, hell no. Oh yeah, you said that. Hell no. No. Midheaven and Scorpio. Girl, your whole chart screams. Doing it your own way. What do you mean? For sure, but I need stability. Yeah, so maybe like it's kind of like your final, like, no. It's your final getting you to the next thing. I mean, we're all in a huge transition right now. That's the collective energy, is like we really have to like trust in where we're headed. And if we're really dedicated to where we're headed, things are going to blow the fuck up in February and March. If you are really moving in the new direction, like fully, like your life will change in a matter of hours, minutes. Like you have no idea. There have been so many times in my life, and I talk about this like I was saying in my business course, like I talk about all these times where I've had these moments of like, oh my God, they've happened so often. Like it's such a 1-3 profile thing where I've like literally firsthand experienced this so many times where like I was like, how am I gonna pay my rent? And then like the next day, some video I just happened to like post on the spur of a moment and like didn't think anything of, went super fucking viral, and I made like thousands of dollars through an offer that I created from that video in like a day or two. So you never know what can happen when you're truly like trusting in where you're headed instead of relying on the golden handcuffs of the past, right? Like, and we're all so supported in moving in the new direction, even if we can't see it or don't know it or don't understand how yet, right? Like there's so many moments. I mean, that's just one story. There's so many times where that's happened to me in my life and I never could have predicted it. I never could have predicted like, oh, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and post this one video and then like everything's going to go viral and I'll be making like thousands of extra dollars in a matter of like 2 days. I never could have planned or predicted for that, but I trusted in my process and I kept the energy and frequency of like, it's going to work out. And I took the inspired action and it did work out. That's all it's about. It's staying in the frequency. I can do both. It's part-time until it takes off. Yeah. If that's what you need, then for sure. I'm a Sag moon, so I can't have a backup plan. You're right about the haters. They always got something to say, yeah. Yeah, it feels like it's like I said, it's temporary and it's a like, okay, this is the final time and you're going to get really fed up with it and jump ship. I don't think you're going to even be there very long. Like maybe until May. Saturn in the 4th doesn't make you do anything. Okay. You can see it however you want to see it. You've also had Chiron in your 4th, so you're meant to be healing those things that were not even yours to begin with and probably passed down from family that you took on as an identity. I know Capricorn risings that live that way, that like really trust in their divine job opportunities. It's a matter of free will. It's a matter of choice. Like, you're meant to really go through, like, you have a Scorpio midheaven. Like, you're meant to alchemize what you are known for and alchemize like how you see your potential. I mean, it's a big point of healing for you to like step outside of these outdated narratives of going about life. Normally free-spirited, lived all over the world, listen to my intuition. Yeah, I feel you. I mean, that's what Saturn in the 4th to me speaks to, is like you finally rooting down, you finally putting in. I feel you. Like, I have unconscious Cap rising in my unconscious astrology. My rising is Capricorn, so I have all this Aries stuff in my 4th house too. And to me, Saturn in the 4th is like, okay, I'm finally like putting down those roots. But it doesn't, to me, scream like you need to have a stable job. I mean, for the rest of your life, like, it's a little bit to get you to where you're going. I don't think you're even gonna be there past May, because you have Uranus moving into your 6th house at the end of April, and it's gonna harmonize with Pluto over the summer. So like, you know, do what you need to do temporarily and build your other thing. It will really take off. I don't think it's gonna be that long until it takes off. Just go. Okay, this makes sense. Yeah. Sag moon. Hey, me too. Ooh, 5-1 manifester. Love it. Hey, guys. I was working on astrology stuff. Yeah, I saw that in your note. That's definitely more aligned for you. I think also you're going to blend different things. Like, you're meant to do something innovative for money. But like, whatever is an obsession and a passion for you, that's what you're meant to be known for. And letting it evolve. Like, you might be really successful at one thing for a certain amount of time, and then you have to kind of switch it up or bring in something else and change it. Like, I started with tarot, then I moved into astrology, then I incorporated human design, then I was doing both for the longest time. Now I'm stepping more into helping business owners and entrepreneurs, and like launched my business course last year to help entrepreneurs build online and have success in a simple way that's like not complicated, because it's really not complicated. And all this shit people are saying to like build funnels and like pay for ads, like, it's such bullshit. Anyways, that's the future. It's like letting it be simple and letting your passion guide you. Yeah, I'm creating a system with a shit ton of modalities. Yes! That's it. That's literally it. That's it. Girl, you already know. Okay, do we have anyone after Crystal for a reading? Let me see. Not yet. Oh my god, these fucking live. Were y'all here on one of my last lives where somebody went live with me? I accidentally accepted an invitation. That was so funny. I'm also writing a book. Oh! Yeah, girl. It's all coming together. We're literally, I just want you to know, like, we're all in that place right now. All of us. The whole collective is in that place right now of like, okay, we're stepping into the new, but like, are we? Where is it? And like, literally give it 3 weeks. All of our lives are about to change for the better. Yeah, you're so welcome. Yeah, that's kind of it. That's it for sure. It's a transition. It's a liminal space. But we're all called to like downtime and having rest for a reason, because shit is about to get crazy. Like, I can't tell you how many times in my life that I've been called to rest. And then like I just shared with you, like, a video went viral and then overnight I had so much business. I was like so overwhelmed, like so many readings to do, and like it just got crazy overnight. That's what we're all about to experience in like the middle of February. So downtime right now is supporting you, and if you don't give it to yourself, you're gonna wish you had. Do you do the reading on TikTok? Yes, right here, right now. You can screen record it, but no, I don't send it to you. Jess says, I want one. Book in the bio. I think there's only a few left. I need to get back on my content. Yes. Those of us that, I swear to God, those of us that are consistently creating, really doing the thing right now, even though it doesn't look like, you know, things aren't really flourishing. Things aren't really, like, my videos haven't been getting a whole lot of views. Things are about to take the fuck off in 3 weeks. Promise. $33 for reading. You're so welcome, Crystal. I appreciate you. I have an excuse. My apartment flooded. I've been dealing with it since December. Oh my God. Finally moved back into my apartment. Yay! Yeah, I feel you. I had my apartment flood the day of my Saturn return. I had just moved into a new townhouse and it flooded like that weekend. It was literally like the day of my Saturn return. And I couldn't be there for like 2 weeks. But that was when Risa Tisa, do you remember Risa Tisa? That was when I like watched all her content, all her videos, and then it like inspired me to look up her astrology and then like talk about it, and like it was positive. It like inspired me to create a lot of things and talk more about that. But yeah, it's not fucking easy. I have been issues with my apartment nonstop this past week. Damn. Saturn return's about to start. Oh, I love Saturn return. Saturn return is like the best time of my life. The worst thing was the flood, but my landlords took care of it. They were amazing. It sucked that I couldn't be in my new house for 2 weeks, but it was whatever. But my business was like thriving back then. That was like the most successful of my life. It says item is no longer available. What the hell? Let me see. It might have sold out. I've been living like a studio with one huge bedroom apartment, so all my shit was in one side. Damn. Yeah, no, I feel you. I was just staying at my parents'. And I basically just had like a room. And I hadn't been back in my parents' in like over a decade. It was a shit show. But I'm in my new home now. I drove across the country from the East Coast to the West Coast last week, and here we are. The crazy part is I was really contemplating on renewing my lease. I guess I'm not supposed to. Oh, wow. Yeah, if you're having issues and they're not fixing them, hell no. I had to get out of the live and got back in, and then I got the reading. Oh, weird. I wonder if it's like a TikTok issue. I'm on the West Coast. That's all I'm gonna say. It says sold out. I don't think they're sold out. Huh. No, it says they're not sold out. Maybe open outside of TikTok. Like if you go to the three dots and hit, once it comes up, like open an external browser. Because it's been giving issues to like do it in TikTok. I wasn't asking for your address, just curious what state. No, I know. It's a big state that I live in now, but I don't want people to know that Oregon is cool, okay? I don't want people to know. Back-to-back issues, fridge went out, leaky sink, and toilet is messed up. What? Do you have like a spirit in there? Holy shit, yeah, I definitely don't think you should renew. I'm on the border of Oregon. Oh, the Washington border? Or the Idaho border? Or the Nevada border? Or California? I gotta say, like, driving through Nevada, so pretty. In northern Nevada, it is so gorgeous there. I've never been to northern Nevada. I've been to, like, Las Vegas, but that's a different fucking world. That's a different planet from northern Nevada. Really, really pretty up there. There's just so much, like, untouched parts of the United States. We really have no idea. Oh, Washington, okay. I'm closer to California. I am closer to California. Yay, got it. Okay, was it outside of TikTok? I swear, TikTok is, like, not the same. Okay, I see it. You're close to the California-Oregon border? Oh my god. Okay, maybe I should start sharing, like, where I am. I'm like, this place is so cool, and I love it, and I want to keep it sacred. I don't want people to know. No, just very weird. I don't know. I bet that was a pretty interesting drive, yeah. Yeah, I drove from North Carolina all the way over here. Utah was really pretty at night. I've been to, like, Moab and southern Utah, but never through Salt Lake. That was really pretty. I love southern Oregon. Brookings is amazing. Oh, I'll have to look that up. Yeah, it's like a whole new world over here. Oregon is rad. It really is. It was a long ass drive, yeah. I did it in 5 days. And I stayed like 24 hours in Colorado because that's where I was before, and I have a lot of friends I wanted to see. So I stayed there for like 24 hours and kind of broke up the drive. But yeah, it was intense. Our country really is so gorgeous. We really take it for granted and, like, are kind of sheltered. Do you think you'll ever go back to France in the future? I want to, but I don't know. They're also in some sort of economic crisis, so I don't know. I'll probably go visit once I'm more, like, stable and rooted. I still, like, need to find I'm just in a temporary spot. I still need to, like, establish roots here. But, yeah, I probably eventually will go back because I love it there. I love Paris. I love the south of France. It kind of became my home. I spent so much time there, so I'll definitely go back, and I have friends over there. Is that San Bernardino, Jess? I know I always want to vacation at Destin, Florida, but I need to get to the west. Oh, the west. The West Coast is, like, it's a different America. It really is. It's so open and spacious and gorgeous. Like, the East Coast is pretty, but it's all trees, and, like, it's a lot of cities and, like, fast foods and, like, suburbs, and, like, there's pretty parts of the East Coast, but there's nowhere else like the West Coast. Alameda, okay. Cancer rising? Let's see. Oh, happy belated birthday. We got another Capricorn. I love Europe, period. Next, Portugal and Spain. Oh, you lived in London for a few years. Yeah, Europe's great. I lived in France for 4 months. It was really nice. It felt like a year. It felt like years, but. Okay, Jess, we're looking at career and money. Yay, yay, yay. Oh my God, do you have a business? Because you're meant to. You have your North Node in your area of money, which means your path is to build financial stability that is yours. We've had a lot of people with second house placements and eighth house placements tonight. Yes, I'm gonna go all in soon. My divorce just ended Thursday. Oh my God, congratulations! Hell yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Moon in Aquarius, yeah. Is it some sort of like, what is the business? Is it some sort of blend of things? Spirituality or money? Well, a lot of people tonight with Chiron and Taurus too. Another moon in Aquarius! Yes. Y'all are both Cap suns and Aquarius moons. Or wait, no, you're a Cap rising. Right, Crystal? I don't remember your birthday. Blending, being a dom and business coach. Yes! That's the 8th house energy. My progress moon is an Aquarius. Yes, I'm the yin to her yang. Damn, just happened as you say Chiron and Taurus. Oh yeah, that's right. You're a Cancer sun. Yeah, that's definitely an aligned business for you, Jess. 1,000%. You have Mars, the planet of like sexuality, sexual expression in your area of sexuality and vulnerability. So it is a lot of like what you're naturally good at, how you naturally express your energy. And you bring, since it's Aquarius, it's like you bring something different and innovative to how you do it and how you share it and how you teach it. Gotta use my 8th house, yeah. And then you have Pluto moving through there, also a planet of sexuality and transformation. Was married to a lawyer. Damn, yeah. My God, I dated a lawyer last summer. I can't even imagine being married to one. That's intense. But I also feel like it taught you so much about relationships, and that's also something you're going to bring into what you're doing. 0 to 10, yeah. They're too fucking good with their words. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's a lot of family stuff too, like generational stuff. That you're also going to help people with, and because it's like kind of the work that you just did. It's like you just graduated and now you get to help other people with it. Yeah, definitely something that's very empowering for you too, using your voice to share. I think there's gonna be like, you're kind of in the still brainstorming, like, or still kind of making refinements to what it is and how you're doing it and how you want to put yourself out there with it. But that is, let me actually, wait, where's my, I guess we can use my ephemeris here to see when, I'm looking for when Jupiter goes direct, because that's what I'm speaking to. We have that happening, I think, in February. It's literally for everyone. It's like February, things are really going to take off. Oh, wait, no, let's see. March. Jupiter goes direct. Okay, yeah, March 11th. So like February and March are major months for you to really be taking action on what you're wanting to refine or do differently about how you're approaching it. And this, we have a new moon eclipse on February 17th. That's going to be really big for you because it's on your moon and it's in your 8th house. So there could be something that you like do that really gets well received or well seen, or it could be just you getting more ideas and getting more clarity of like, this is it, around the middle of February. But it feels like you're still kind of in this, okay, internal thinking process about it. Does that make sense? Tons of shadow work. Yeah. You're so welcome, Crystal. You too. Come back and update me. Yes, makes sense. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah. Are you moving too because of this, or have you already moved? Because there might also be something around that in February. Oh my God. And then you're going to be in your, you're going to have your nodal opposition, which is a really big time of like releasing the old and stepping into the new. That's going to happen in the summer. So my God, you're going to end this year, Jess, like completely different than how you started it. Like you're not even going to like, you're going to be like, whoa, how did so much of my life change in just a year? I may move to Mississippi, but not until summer. Okay. So yeah, there could be something around the move that you get more clarity. That makes sense though, that it wouldn't happen until summer. It's kind of like mid-February, you might get more clarity on where, or getting a place or something, and then like actually making the move in the summer. It also feels like that's going to be a big part of the process of things changing and expanding. It's kind of like you're just putting in the work to like get everything, the foundation laid right now, and then come the summer, you were asked to speak in February. Yeah, so it's already kind of happening. I feel like something major though is going to happen this summer. It might happen around like after the move, or right, like there's something with the move and like something big happening for you too. Whether it's like something blows up, goes viral kind of thing. Yeah, or you leave your job. Makes sense, yeah. That is so exciting. It's all happening. Oh my God, I'm so excited for you, Jess. Yeah, this summer really feels like big for you. You're gonna have to come back and let me know. It's good to hear that I should be doing my own thing. Yes. Yep. Yeah, it's definitely what you should be doing. You got people to serve and help and transform, awaken. And I feel like it's gonna heal you as well. It's that Cancer rising. I don't know. I feel like there's such big, how do I say that? This is going to be so much bigger than you thought it could be. You might end up doing retreats and things too. Can you say more about nodal oppositions? Yeah, the nodal. So sometimes it's called the nodal reversal, nodal opposition. The first one happens at 27, 28. Well, the first one as an adult happens at 27, 28. And it's really where we're kind of like ricocheted into our alignment and forced to see where we had been going that wasn't aligned for us, so we can step more into the new direction. And so if you're already aligning with like where you're meant to be going, then it's a really big period of just expansion with where you're headed. And maybe just kind of reframing how you're doing it or how you're going about it. Like I feel like it's going to really positively change your finances is what it's going to be for you. And like starting to get like have success in the way that you're actually meant to. I'd love to do retreats. Yes, that makes sense. Like, you're going to be really well known for this, and it's, yeah. It's also like a big part of your node, your north node in general, is like stepping away from shared finances and shared resources and coming into your own with that. So your nodal opposition might be, and it's gonna start this summer, but it's really gonna peak in like 2027. And it's gonna be a big time of expanding in your finances and your resources, and also maybe like developing new dreams with money and investments. I look forward to that. Thank you for explaining. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm excited for you. You'll have to come back and let me know how things go in the summer, because that just feels like such a big time for you. You're so welcome, Jess. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, we have Jessica next. We got Jess and then Jessica. Okay, Jessica, I am pulling up your chart. I was also born in 94. Hi, Jessica. You can book a reading through the link in my bio. If they're not... Hold on. Hold on. Okay, you can book a reading through the link in my bio. I'm going to do 2 more. Okay, let me pull up your chart, Jessica. Sag rising? Are you a Sag rising? 153. Damn, born on a new moon in Virgo in your 10th house. What have you been doing for career? Yes, I am in double Virgo. I see that. Oh my god. You are meant to be like a symbol for something. Some sort of like spiritual work or psychology. I work retail, but I would love to work with mental health or spirituality. Yep. That's what you're meant to be doing. That's what you're meant to be doing. You're hella intuitive. Oh my god. So you were born like 4 months after me, so we have a really similar chart. I used to work retail too, and I hated it. That is what led me to this. Pursued entrepreneurship back in 2017, and I've been doing it ever since. And I feel like your energy really says that too. Like, you're here to build your own thing related to like your passion with spirituality and mental health. Like, your north node, your path of destiny, of purpose, is in the area of mental health and the sign of psychology in Scorpio on Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion, also of philosophical pursuits. I have these same placements. Like, I also have North Node in Scorpio. That's how I kind of knew that I was on the right path with pursuing a career in astrology. Which it wasn't ever something actually like I like went out to pursue. It just kind of found me. But you have very, very similar energy. You're really meant to be like known for it, like helping people heal from perfectionism or overthinking or like overly critical like tendencies and patterns and their mindset. Like, that's what you could really build a career around. That's what you're meant to build a career around and be known for. like because you've gone through it yourself. So you can do this on social media. I mean, that's like the easiest way is by posting content and building something there. I mean, you have Venus and Mercury in your area of social media, so that feels really aligned for you. You can also do in-person stuff if you wanted to, but I think social media is going to be like where it starts, and then it could grow from there. But yeah, you're definitely not meant to be working retail, but it is getting you to where you need to go. I think it's taught you a lot. Yeah, I struggled with OCD and mental health. I've always felt like I had to go through it to help others. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I feel you. I have Chiron and Virgo too. We have like very similar chart placements. Yeah. Have you started creating content, or is it just kind of like in the back of your head? I think for you too, there has to be some aspect, since this is Libra energy, there has to be some aspect of like beauty to it, whether you like you do your makeup before you hop on camera, or you like maybe you like start by filming your like messy house and then you're like, this is how I stay sane by organizing it, or whatever it is. I'm like getting so many ideas. That's so interesting. I love we have a lot of the same placements. Yes. I don't like attention really, but I feel like I need to. Yeah. You definitely need to. I love organizing and thought of that. Yes, you could like film yourself organizing shit. I love watching those videos. Have you seen that girl that does the woman that films the videos of like, she literally went viral for this. Now that's her whole brand on TikTok is like how long it actually takes. Have you seen those videos? It's kind of like that, like doing something like that. I think you're going to find your own thing with it. And I think you might have more of an aspect of like talking to people, of like kind of a like that mixed with Kylie Perkins. Have you seen Kylie Perkins' stuff? I think that's her name. She does the like tough love like videos. Yes, clean out her purse, yeah. And she does like her bathroom, like how long it actually takes to clean out the garage, and like, okay, yeah, that's what I'm feeling for you. It's like, it's not just organization or cleaning, it's also like motivational mindset stuff. I feel like that would do really well. Because, yeah, there's some sort of like talking, like sharing information aspect to it, because this is Mercury. That's so exciting. I feel like it's going to build a whole career for you. Let's see, transits. Is there something about your home you want to change? Yeah, there's going to be a lot of momentum. Well, right now. Like now is the time to start doing this, like filming the content, brainstorming, maybe talking with AI about like ideas, just to get some like brainstorming inspiration going, or like motivation to like act on it, because there's a lot of momentum towards stepping in this direction for you right now, Jessica. And that will be going on for, I mean, really all year, but it's really big like these first few months of the year. I'm engaged and supposed to move in with him this year. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I think it'll happen before the summer. There's something maybe about that too. Like also bringing that into it of like how you make the transition, or how you like keep the home clean and organized, if they aren't naturally that way, kind of thing. Ah, the This makes so much sense. Yes, I'm so nervous. I hate change. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I think you just really have to like speak up for yourself and like I think too, use it as like content I think will be an outlet for you. Of like, this is what I do about this. And then it will, I think that might be what takes off for you because it's really relatable. And you will have like so much support from other people of like, yes, that happened. Like, this is what I do about it. Or this, like, I'm so excited. You're spot on. It's crazy. Ah! Yay. Yeah, I think this is it. Girl, I really think this is going to take off. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. You're so welcome. Keep me updated. Keep me updated. I want to see your content. DM it to me. Giving you homework. Kind of birthday twins. Even though I'm April 94. Yes, you're so welcome. All right, y'all, that is, I did not realize it's almost 9 p.m. But the ring light's charged now. Who was on here? Who else was on here when the ring light went off? Can you share how to integrate 10th house, Cancer, Chiron, Uranus, Saturn conjunct Venus? Didn't you get a reading, Leanne? You have to cultivate your own internal sense of security with being seen. You have to start talking to yourself differently. You have to see yourself. And you have to start talking to yourself differently and really nurture yourself through your inner talk. Like, I literally just had this reminded to me in a healing session yesterday of like every time I do something that like I've learned to do for myself because my parents never did it for me or whatever, and I used to like avoid it and neglect myself through not doing it or whatever it is. Literally, it like as simple as like if I'm thirsty, I'll take a drink of water or I'll make myself tea. Be like celebrating you for like making yourself tea and taking care of yourself. Like it's really like these freaking invites to co-host. No. How do I turn that off? You have to start like nurturing yourself through your inner self-talk. That's what I'm getting around that. On my own, I fear rejection. Well, you won't. Rejection is redirection. Rejection is God's protection. And where are you rejecting yourself? And you have to start like really just loving yourself through your inner talk on a daily basis. Been working on that, but I forget easily. I need to put post-its. Yes, that's a good idea. I used to have post-its all over my house of like affirmations and things. You're so welcome. Yeah, that's a good reminder for me too, because I used to have those everywhere, and then I've just moved so much that I forgot to do it. But yeah, no, it's like it's a thing, like relearning how to talk to ourselves better, or learning how to talk to ourselves in a nurturing, supportive way. That's different than how we were taught or raised, right? It really takes a lot of commitment and dedication because it's a habit to not talk to ourselves that way. So we have to build a new habit, and it takes a lot of repetition. But yeah, once I get off here, I'm gonna like celebrate myself for like going on live and like, because I've just the stuff that I do has become so habit and like normal to me that I've forgotten as well, like how fucking awesome it is that I get to do this with y'all and be here with y'all and get paid for this, and like that it's my career and it's my job that I built. Like I built this for myself over the last 6 years, and like I forget to celebrate myself because it's just become so normal. And we just have to celebrate ourselves and those little wins and those things that we do like every single day, and encourage ourselves and like treat our like parent ourselves. Like we really have to just like parent ourselves like we're little kids. And what else was I gonna say about that? Oh, I met somebody new the other day, and they're like, oh, what do you do, blah blah. And I was like, oh, I like have an online education business teaching astrology and human design. And they're like, oh my God, that's so cool. So you like work remote and you can like travel and go wherever and like live wherever. Like you're not dependent on location. Cause I'm like, no, yeah, like that's how I built it. Like that's what I wanted. I wanted freedom and I wanted like scalability, and a lot of it's automated. Like I sell courses, and so a lot of it's just like automated and the money just comes in. And like, they're like, whoa, that's so freaking cool. And I'm like, it is, isn't it? Like I've forgotten, you know, and like we have to just really celebrate ourselves for what we've done and how far we've come, and not, and like remember, like consciously remember to do that and make a habit out of it. Yes, so rewarding. Yes. I was going to say reparent. Yes. You're living the dream. This was my dream. This was my dream. And that's what's so fucking cool about it, is like old me, 20, how old was I? 24, 25-year-old me wanted, no, I think I was younger than that. Hold on. It was 2017. I was 23. 23-year-old me wanted to stop working retail, wanted to stop working at Whole Foods. I literally worked at Whole Foods for 4 years. I wanted to stop working there so bad because I hated it. I wanted to build my own thing. And I did. And like, she is so proud. Like, she is so proud that she never gave up. And I have to remind myself of that because it's become normal to me over the last 8, how many years? 9 years, 8, 9 years. Don't give up on your dreams. That's the only way you're going to achieve them. That's the only way you're going to build them for yourself, is when you don't give up on them. And that's how I'm living my dream, because I didn't give up. I made it fucking happen. With my audacity and my just constantly posting on social media. And beliefs. Beliefs matter as well. You have to believe in yourself and what you're doing. So, with that, I will leave you all. I love you. If you booked a reading, you're still here. Thank you. Keep me updated. What's the astrology of July 250th anniversary? I'll be doing a class on that in my membership. I did a class on the Uranus return of the US in my membership, and I do a solar return chart for the US every time the US has a solar return. And this will be the 250th solar return, so I'll be doing that in my membership come July. Thank you, Leanne. You too. All right, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye. Bye, Jessica.